Hey guys, I'm coming to you today because I just thought about something as I was coming out of Starbucks. And I was thinking about, and I have been contemplating for a minute, this new movement called leveling up. And these women flocking to this idea of hypergamy and um not pursuing, but making themselves for men of means and requiring men of means. And I've just been thinking about this for a minute. And while I agree with a lot of the arguments for hypergamy, wanting to be a high quality woman for a high quality man, tapping into your femininity and things of that nature, I am like 100% behind that. But a lot of these ideals and tactics on how to deal with men, I just feel are childish, manipulative as hell, and it doesn't even cover what it actually takes to be a real woman in these times. I feel like some of the ideals are out of date, and I feel like it doesn't take into consideration, like this movement, women in these movement, they don't take into consideration the type of men that they're dealing with in this time. Like, they talk about alpha men and things of that nature, and men who are providers, which is good. I'm about to sip my coffee just a second. I feel like women should date men. When women are high quality themselves, they should date men who are, high quality. They have something going on for themselves. And if they want to be provided for, be provided for. But I feel like this movement is just so closed. It's like, okay, where does it end? So if you're a single woman nowadays, you want to quote unquote level up. So what are you doing in the meantime, in between time? You just sitting there on a lily pad, just waiting for some, and you on a website and stuff, posting pictures and stuff, and you just supposed to wait for some man to swoop you off your feet. I don't get that. Like, what are you supposed to be doing in the midst of trying to attract this man? Okay. Personal development, yeah, I think that's great. But I feel like if you're going to be teaching about this stuff on YouTube and talking about these women should level up, you should give them practical things that they need to be doing in between. I mean, while they're trying to attract this man. Like, getting a job, providing for yourself. Until you have someone to provide for you, I feel like you should be providing for yourself. And I tuned into a couple of these videos that was like very scrupulous. Like, it's like they manipulating and scamming men and stuff. First and foremost, you can get your ass arrested for some shit like that. You pull that with the wrong person, you end up dead. You end up robbed or something like that. You end up beat up. So it's like, why are you putting yourself into harm's way? Just do things, just be right, be genuine, be authentic. Because if you are coming out with all this manipulative energy, which a lot of women are teaching on YouTube, I mean, you even got some women talking about forming trauma bonds with dudes. I'm like, really? Like, y'all that mad at these dudes that you want to create trauma bonds? Basically, they're teaching women to become narcissists and to condition themselves to possibly even, I mean, if you go so far as to, some of these women are saying they're they're actually sociopaths. This stuff is crazy. Honestly, I just want to tell women, okay, it's fine to have standards. It is fine to want a man to provide for you. Listen, that is like the most basic natural desire that a woman would have. You know, I mean, a woman who grew up with parents and stuff, or, you know, whoever raised them, you know, where they saw that dynamic where the man was the provider. That's fine and that's good. But honestly, you also have to think about the fact that you really have to trust this person. You really have to trust this person that you are allowing to provide for you. Because if you don't trust them, and then they end up taking everything that they have and leaving you, deserting you, what are you going to do? Because all those mind games that people are on here on YouTube talking about, pulling with these men, all these mind games, I mean, it's going to come to, it's people not going to be staying in this situation like this. So it's either you're lying, either women are on here lying, and they're inflating what they're actually doing and leading these women astray, knowing damn well that they are, just to sell a damn book. Or they're just, or they're lying about the situation. They could be lying about their own situation, because they're like, oh, well, I've been with this guy for almost, you know, with over a decade or almost 2 decades or whatever, and I've been playing all these mind games too. Yeah, but you also have to think about who is making this video. We know that in the black community, because I am one of the level up people is a black woman, but we know that in the black community, when you are a mixed woman, when you are light skinned or something like that, certain black men, they give you preferential treatment. I don't know if I said that word wrong. You guys can laugh at me, whatever. But you know what I'm trying to say. They put you up on a pedestal and they give you a certain amount of treatment. And that's just what comes naturally with this light skin. So if you want to try to teach your light skin mixed type of mentality on how you be treating these dudes all bad and stuff, and you want to just spread that psychopathy, or spread that narrative, like women are going to just naturally be able to just fall in line, not fall in line with, but just like be able to be put up on a pedestal like this in the same community that you married a dude from. Like, they're not going to have the same results as you. That's basically what I'm saying. They're not going to have the same results as you, because we live in a society where, you know, I mean, we may not want to admit it, but, you know, colorism exists in the black community. I'm talking about the black community. And if you happen to be lighter, you're going to have a better time. So don't come in here with your privilege behind and then try to get all these women behind you, like things are going to work out for them like it did for you. This man might put up with these mind games from you because he sees you as better than him. But that's not going to be a dynamic that is put into place. That's not going to be a dynamic that's put into place from the get-go in all these relationships that these women see themselves in or want to be in. So let's just be real. Just be authentic. It's okay to be authentic. It's okay to be real. Yeah, sometimes you do have to make some kind of power plays or whatever. I'm not saying, that dealing with men, you can just be real and authentic and stuff like that. Because sometimes, you have to, come down on them or whatever. Or, pull back. And, I hear women talk about if he pulls back, or if he isn't reaching out for you instead of trying to chase him, pull back. Yeah, that's good advice. I'm not saying that kind of stuff, but I'm just saying like all the manipulation, like the hardcore manipulation that some of these people talk about in these videos, and trauma bonding, really? Like, if you guys are leveling up, this seems like this is leveling down in mentality. And it's a false sense, a mask. Like being a trained narcissist. It's narcissist in training, basically. Narcissism in training. It's a false mask. It's a false perception that you're leveling up, because you're not. You're just becoming manipulative. And you're, they call it controlling your emotions and being emotional. Okay, women are emotional creatures. So you want to suppress your emotion and then hide it. Hide your emotion behind all these manipulative mental gymnastics and mental Olympics types of moves and things like that. No. Like, this leveling up stuff is just, in the true sense of leveling up, it's great. If you really want to level up your mentality, that's great in a genuine, authentic way. But in the way that I've seen some of these women talk about on these videos on YouTube, I'm just like, watch out. Watch out. Because you're going to have a lot of women taking this advice. They'll be well into their 30s. Still, and I'm just going to use a phrase that I typically use when I talk about this. They're going to be laying in bed twiddling their vagina hairs. Because they're going to be alone, pissed off, bitter, because this advice isn't working for them. This advice may work for people who have the social skills to carry this stuff out. But this woman isn't talking about that dynamic. She's not talking about that dynamic at all. So, yeah, I'm going to get up off of here. Peace.